Hello children, welcome to online learning classes. Today we are going to learn for class 6 social science. The chapter that we are going to continue today is chapter number 8, India, climate, vegetation and wildlife. Today's topic on which we are going to discuss is vegetation, conservation of forest and wildlife, presented by Sonakshi Saluja. So last class we have already discussed about vegetation, some of the points we have seen. Today we are going to see further about natural vegetation first. Last class we have already seen that due to varied climate condition, India has a wide range of natural vegetation. So once again quickly we are going to recap about some of the vegetation found in India. So one by one again we are going to recall the names of those 5 different type of vegetation that are broadly divided. First one is tropical rainforest. Second one we have that is tropical deciduous forest. Third one is thorny bushes. Fourth one we have that is mountain vegetation. And the fifth one we have that is also known as mangrove forest. So today we are going to discuss on this natural vegetation in detail. Each one of the natural vegetation we are going to see each one of the forest. So first of all we are going to start with the tropical rainforest, that is also known as evergreen forest. Tropical rainforests are found in that area which receives heavy rainfall. They are so dense that sunlight doesn't reach the ground. So it is also known as evergreen forest because they are so dense, and they are also found in places which receives heavy rainfall. Many species of trees are found in this forest which shade their leaves at different times of the years. Some of the examples we have that is ebony, mahogany. As they always look or appear green, so they are also known as evergreen forest, as I told you before also. So here we have some of the examples also. Another example that is rosewood. This is also one of the we can say that is found in tropical rainforest. So these are some of the important trees which are found in this type of forest, and also we can say that they are also found near north to east sides. Then we are going to see the next one, that is tropical deciduous forest. Now you can see here the picture, they are less dense as compared to tropical rainforest, and they are called monsoon forest because they shed their leaves at a particular time of a year. So they are known as monsoon forest. And also the rainfall is in the range of 70 to 200 centimeter in this type of forest. Now we are going to see some of the important trees which are found in tropical deciduous forest. So the first one we have that is peepal, then we have shisham, then we have some more examples like sal, neem, also used for medicinal purpose. Now we are going to see the area, or we can say the places where they are most of the time found. The places are Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, that is our state. Then we have Uttar Pradesh. Then we have Odisha. So these are some of the important places where you'll get tropical deciduous forest. Next type of vegetation we have that is thorny bushes. This type of vegetation is generally found in the places which are dry, like for example Rajasthan, Punjab, Gujarat, Haryana. So we are going to see about this all, that which type of leaves, or we can say which type of plants or forest you will get over here. So mainly we have here some of the species like cactus, babul, khair. These are some of the species which are found over here, and these are known as thorny bushes, one of the another we can say type of natural vegetation. Then we have mountain vegetation, another vegetation. In this type of vegetation mainly you will find the species are generally found near to the mountain, And also mountain vegetation is found on the mountains at higher altitude. This kind of vegetation differs due to variation and increase in altitude. So from the name itself we can understand that uh, mainly the trees found here are conical in shape. That is why they are also known as coniferous trees. Some of the examples we are going to see here one by one. So these are some of the trees which are found over here, that is cedar, pine, fir. These are some of the species, or we can say trees, found in mountain vegetation. Now the next one, last one we have, that is mangrove forest. That is the last natural vegetation we are going to see here. Mangrove are a group of trees and shrubs that live in the coastal zone. So they can also, this type of forest can survive in saline water also. Saline water means it contains high concentration of dissolved salt. So maximum the plants or trees cannot survive in that water, but this type of trees can survive in saline water too. Now these forests can survive in saline water, and they are mainly found in Sundarbans, mainly in West Bengal and in some of the parts of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. One of the very important tree that is mainly found over there is Sundari, and it has got its name from Sundarban. Then we are going to see the last topic of this chapter, that is wildlife. When we talk about wildlife, we see here different varieties of animals like reptiles, amphibians, mammals, birds. So they all are different types of animals that are found in different part of area. Though there are thousands of species of animals, but the place they choose to live is in the forest. First of all, we are going to see national animal of our country, that is tiger, and national bird, that is peacock. Forests are home to a variety of wildlife. We can say that there are different type of animals, and also they live in different area as per their variations, climatic conditions. So here we have Gir forest in Gujarat is the home of Asiatic lions. Moreover, Asiatic lions live towards Gujarat. Then we have elephants that moreover lives near Karnataka or Kerala. Then we have camels. They are found in the Great Indian Desert and the run of Kutch, as the place is very dry. Then we have some of the animals like bear, wild goat, snow leopard. So these are some of the animals which are found in mountain areas. Deforestation or cutting down of forest and hunting have disturbs the wildlife a lot. So due to this deforestation of forest and hunting, there is repeatedly, we can say that, decline of wildlife or forest in our country. So we all need to stop this. So for all these things, we should take some of the actions, or we can implement some of the programs to stop this deforestation. Then we need to see that why are forests necessary. Forests are very useful for us in many ways. So we are going to see one by one each of the importance of forest. So the first one we have, that is it provides oxygen. Then we have forests are natural habitat of wildlife. They are the home for wildlife or animals. Forests provide us medicines. It also provides us some of the medicinal plants are used for making medicines. It absorbs carbon dioxide and gives oxygen, or we can say provide oxygen to us, which is very needful for our survival. So in such a manner forests help us. So we should protect and conserve forest and wildlife. And to protect forest and wildlife, government has also taken some of these steps, or we can say they have also set up some of the biosphere reserve in order to protect them. So we should also take one step to protect or conserve our forest or our environment where we live. So our today's topic is over. Next class we are going to start the next chapter of history, that is new questions and ideas. So just go through the chapter nicely. Thank you.